Hello, dear students. Yesterday we had seen our explanation about the lesson, The Adventures of Toto. We had seen that the author's grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver and it is just for 5 rupees. When grandfather saw the condition of Toto, he decided to add him to his zoo. Then we had seen in the next para about the description of Toto, about his eyes, his eyebrows, his fingers, his tail, the tail which he used as a third hand. Then we had seen that the grandmother is not happy always whenever grandfather bought a new bird or a animal. That's why author and grandfather decided to keep the presence of Toto as a secret. So they just keep that Toto in a bedroom of author. But there also he show a lots of adventurous things, like he torn the wallpaper, he tore the blazer of author, and so many things he had done. But in such a condition also, the grandfather of author still praised Toto. Now see next what happened. Grandfather said, "He is clever," said grandfather. "Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window." Now here what grandfather said to the author, that the grandfather was actually quite delighted to see Toto's adventure. He felt that Toto was very clever. He said that if he would have given him more time, he would have tied the thin pieces of the writer's torn blazer into a rope. That means whatever the pieces of blazer are there, he just convert into the rope and he hang it to the window, and he would have escaped out of the window. Now, his presence in the house still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. Now, here it was explained that Toto was shifted to the servants' quarter. He was put in a cage. It was first of all, at the first day he was kept in a cage, and then he was shifted to the servant quarter. He would live with the other pets in grandfather's zoo. The zoo comprised of, what are the animals in the zoo? There are a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companion to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. Now here it was said that in the zoo of grandfather, there are some animals like a goat, there is a pair of rabbit, a tame squirrel, and a tortoise. But that Toto was so notorious, he was so naughty that he didn't allow these animals to sleep at that night. Like he was just making a noise, he was just hanging himself here and there, he was just torturing them in some or another way. So, in this way, he didn't allow any animal to sleep at that night. So, what grandfather decided back, because actually at the next day, grandfather had to leave Dehradun and he had to move to the Saharanpur next day for collecting his pension. What is pension? It's a retired person get the money. The money what retired person get, that is called as pension. So the writer's grandfather had to leave for Saharanpur the next day. So he decided to take Toto along as he was unmanageable. Now, unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. Actually, here author is not able to accompany grandfather on that trip, but he get all the news from his grandfather about the Toto. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. Abode means it's a home, new home. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite way through. Now, here a new arrangement was done for the Toto. See, the writer was disappointed as he could not accompany his grandfather and Toto on the trip. His grandfather narrated that grandfather explained all the things. What he narrated, the happenings of the trip to him later. He had got a special bag. Who? That Toto got a special bag for just for that travel. It was made of a strong material. And what is that material? It's a canvas. He placed some dry grass at the bottom of the bag. On the trip, the bag would be Toto's home. It's a new abode for him. It's a home. He would live in it. The bag had a zipper. It has a zip on the top of it. The writer's grandfather ensured that when the bag was closed, Toto would not be able to escape out of it. When the zip of the bag is closed, Toto is not able to escape from it. Neither could he come out of the opening as it was closed with a zipper, nor could it bite the strong canvas. This Toto is not able to bite the strong canvas also. So there is no way to escape for Toto. Then Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. Now here Toto was doing unsuccessful attempts to get out of the bag. Now due to this, what happened? Many times the bag would roll on the floor. When that Toto was moving inside the bag, that bag is rolling on the floor, or it would certainly jump in the air. Sometimes it jump in the air also. These movements were noticed by the people. Now these all the movements were noticed by the people. Now see what happened. Now his efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about the floor or occasionally jump into the air. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. Now because of these movements, all the movements were noticed by the people on the railway station, on the railway platform, those who were standing there, and made them curious to know what was inside the bag. It's quite natural if any bag is moving here and there by its own. We all become curious to see that what is inside the bag. Now see what happened. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur. But while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Now here turnstile is given. Just look at the image. Turnstile, it's a mechanical gate consisting of revolving horizontal arms fixed to a vertical post, allowing only one person at a time to pass through. We had seen such type of machine at the railway station, at the airport, many times. See here, the lady is inserting a ticket in that machine, and because of that, that road, whatever the rods are there, that get down, and one person at a time is able to go through it. That is what a turnstile. Now when Toto remained secured in grandfather's Toto remained secured in grandfather's bag till Saharanpur. At the Saharanpur railway station, what happened? The writer's grandfather was taking out his ticket to cross the turnstile. At that time, Toto picked out of the bag and smiled at the ticket collector. So see now what happened. The poor man was taken aback. Poor man. Who is the poor man here? The ticket checker. He was taken aback. He was little surprised, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." Now, here the word annoyance is there. What is annoyance? It is to anger someone. Now, ticket checker used his mind. What the ticket checker has done? The ticket collector was astonished to see a monkey in grandfather's bag. He recovered quickly. He just used his mind quickly and asked grandfather to pay the ticket money for traveling with a dog. We know that if we travel any animal, we take any animal with us in a journey, we have to pay ticket for it. Is it? Now what he said, the ticket collector, that the grandfather has to pay the ticket for traveling with a dog. Now next. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Now, what is vain? Vain means it's an unsuccessful attempt. Grandfather was unsuccessful in explaining to the ticket collector. What he explained, that Toto was a monkey and it's not a dog. But the ticket collector is not at all listening. He insisted that Toto was not even an animal with 4 feet. Here we have the word quadruped. Quadruped means it is an animal which has 4 feet. That grandfather is continuously insisting him, just make him convinced that it's not a animal with a 4 feet, it's a monkey. But the ticket checker is not at all listening. But the ticket collector was firm that Toto fell in the category of dogs. Grandfather had to pay for the Toto. And how much he pay? We'll see. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket what he had done then? Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" Here we have an idiom, that is to get his own back. To get his own back means it is to take revenge. Actually, grandfather become very much angry, and in that anger he said to the ticket collector that, and he take out the small pet tortoise from his pocket and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" Because grandfather was disappointed here, and in order to take revenge from the ticket collector, he took out his pet tortoise from his pocket and he asked, he was supposed to buy a ticket for this small tortoise also. Now what ticket collector answer? The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look and said, "No charge, it is not a dog." Here prodded means pushed. The ticket collector took a close look at the tortoise and he just pushed it slightly and announced that grandfather was not required to buy a ticket for this tortoise because it's not a dog, because that tortoise is not a dog. So this is all about today's explanation. I hope it's clear for you. We had seen today that how that Toto was taken to the journey for the Saharanpur and what happened. Just go through it properly. We will go for the next explanation in the next period. Thank you.